Good morning, team. I'm trying to see, is that good enough? Yes. I have Ben's D&D stuff. Working around the studio being two different things. And definitely Happy Love Day for sure. I'm wearing my love socks. I'm wearing my love shirt. Luckily, I have a lot of those. And then we get to do some love stretching. I picked a love playlist. So with our stuff today, we're going to use a bar or a ball or something to roll out your feet, and then any apparatus to elevate your hips for our back stretch. So that's where we're headed today. And then we're going to take our left foot and roll it over whatever you're using, whatever apparatus you have. So again, that could be a rolling pin, that could be a lacrosse ball, golf ball, anything that has a little bit of firm pressure that you can press into with that left foot. It'll be a fun little mystery what's coming next with our songs. Can you give me a thumbs up? Can someone tell me you can see me? Before, I suppose I should make sure that we're all together before I get too far into this. Okay, perfect. Okay, good. All right. I wouldn't want to be getting the joy of the foot massage all by myself. And then start to come onto the outside rim of that left foot. You can't see fire sauce now. I'm going to move you so you can let me know when you see kidders. It's so cold out there. I don't want to leave it outside. So I know, Lisa, you have a good eye over there. It is. I hope you guys, each of you, feel extra loved today. You are definitely my Valentine's. Me too. And then inside rim of the foot. I was trying to talk fire sauce into staying inside because it's so cold, but I mean, you have to, if you need out, you need out. But I won't be able to see him probably. I'm going to try and keep an eye over there. But if you guys see him in the window, let me know so I can let him in. And then dig into the heel. So again, that's where you have that crunchier stuff to work through and break up. Thanks. I always want to let him in and pay attention, be mindful with him, but just because of all the other critters that I know sometimes he's running from bad guys, not bad guys, but you know. But it's so chilly. But Ben and Vic were having a snowball fight yesterday and they were so sweaty. And I'm like, yeah, if you work out in it, I've learned you can warm up in almost any temperature. And the arch of that foot. I don't want to challenge that. So 30 degrees is plenty chilly to challenge that. People that have the negative. Lisa, how cold did it get where you lived in Summerland? I feel like, did you get below zero? I feel like that would get really cold. And then go to the ball of the foot, pinky toe. Good morning, Chie. To the big toe. So you're scrolling again across the ball of the foot. Vic's totally gonna make fun of my playlist today. It just proves I was born in the wrong generation. Oh yeah, see, I figured. I know. I don't know why I know all these songs, but I am definitely a fan of all things retro. Well, not all things retro, actually. I take that back. And then go ahead and take your weight all the way front to back. So as you dig into that ball or roller, I want you to think about taking pressure forward instead of pulling back. So you're coming forward into that left foot, and then step your left foot onto the floor, compare it to the right. So if you're on something firm instead of on your mat, you'll notice that your left foot melts into the floor and the right foot's still out of alignment a little bit. And then we start to roll that right foot. Yeah, it's mellow, love songs, oldies. That was a lot of searching. Oh, Burr. Yes. Celsius, that's still super cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. That's why you're so tough, Lisa. And then roll into the outside rim of the foot. Now, just like usual, when we're rolling through the feet or actually doing anything, as you know, think about if your body is telling you you need something different, do it. So I want you to pay attention that you are listening to that. If you need to be in pigeon right now, go for it. If you need to be stretching, coming into a calf stretch against the wall, go for it. Use this time, we come together, we hold each other accountable for doing something that's good and therapeutic for the body, but it might look different for each of us. And then come onto the inside rim of that foot. I know. Remember, and this has been 20 years now ago, but remember when I used to do the conditioning? Oh, I love this one too. Do you guys remember Adventures in Babysitting? I watched that movie so many times. And then I was talking about it to Ben's friend Bailey and her sister Cassie. And I was like, do you guys know Adventures in Babysitting? It's so good. And I'm like, I better watch that movie again because I probably haven't seen it since I was in 7th grade myself. Have you seen it recently, Lisa? I'm sure it's appropriate because if I watched it when I was young, it had to have been appropriate. And then dig the heel into the bar or roller or ball, whatever you're using, and then that's where you're going to have that crunchier stuff most likely. But anyway, when I was doing the lacrosse training, conditioning for high schoolers, I was asking them what they wanted, because I usually just play like top 40 because that's the most undebatable, and then I'll do retro days and other stuff, but with the youth, I just do top 40 usually. But I asked them what they wanted, and they were like, oh, we want classic rock. Is it classic rock? Yeah. And I don't know if you remember, but we used to have a really fun, and it was a classic rock CD, and then the arch of the foot. And so I was super excited. That was why I bought it. So I was super excited. So I bought that playlist and then played it. And it was maybe 2 years old. Like the stuff on it was, because that's sometimes how Group X theme playlists are. So it was probably like 2 years old. And come in, super excited, play it. And the kids were like, oh, old school. I was like, old school? It's only like 2 years old. How's that old school already? Oh. Okay. Oh, I'm going to definitely watch it. I'm glad that came up. I used to watch that a ton with my cousin. That will always remind me of her. And then go into the ball of the foot. Big toe to the pinky toe. Oh, it wasn't even, this doesn't even matter. It was Ben's friend Amelia. It was when I took him to the audition. Remember the story when I took him to the audition and we went to the wrong location, and then we were trying to cut across town and just everything went wrong. And I was like, oh my gosh, this night just feels like Adventures in Babysitting. And then they were just silent. And so then that's when I was explaining that story. So I knew it didn't feel right. I was like, I don't remember that being the right company. And then full heel to toe. Yes. I was watching an interview or a speech from Jennifer Aniston that said she was talking about how they didn't have a VCR, but she had a tape recorder, and so she would tape record shows so she could listen to them and play them back. And when she was like, that's how I knew I wanted to do this. And I was laughing because remember, like, I tape recorded everything. I mean, we recorded on the VHS tapes later as well, but I just think, man, I used to walk around and record TV shows, like you just recorded stuff and listen to it. Now take your right foot onto the floor, compare the right foot to the left foot. They should now be more connected to the earth, and then we're going to come onto our mat. So as we come onto our mat, take a nice big deep breath in, arms come up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Hollow the abdominal, scoop the navel to spine, round the back. Walk your hands forward. Low hover. Press your chest through. Lay your thighs down, flatten your feet. Yep. And then sink back. As you come back, you're trying to tuck the tailbone. Big breath in. As you exhale, lift so you're on your hands and knees. So you're going to keep your hips elevated, widen your stance with your knees a little bit, and then take your left hand underneath. So we have an elevated hip position for that. And then press so that you can do kind of a push-pull between your shoulder blades and get a little bit deeper stretch. Inhale. As you exhale, sink the hips, move the arm back, sink the hips, and then go ahead and pull gently with your right hand to the left wrist and pull away from that. So you anchor and then pull back. Inhale. As you exhale, bring both hands over. Come back onto your hands and knees. Keep your hips elevated and take that right hand underneath. And then drop those hips back. Take your left hand, anchor that wrist, and pull against it. Inhale. As you exhale, bring both hands back over. Try to relax the back of the neck. Walk your hands back and then open towards the center and then open the legs so you come wide. Now as we come wide, sit up nice and tall and lean in. Oh, I should have checked it. I'm not sure. I missed a lot of things. Left arm comes over. I love that, Suna. I got really behind. In that one stretch, I got really behind with comments. Let me see what that was. Hang on. This reminds me of beaches. And switch. You'll notice most of mine remind me of movies. Let's see. That was I Can't Stop Loving You by Ray Charles. It's embarrassing. We should have known that team. And then bring that left arm, although I don't know who sings anything. This is the Drifters, but you guys probably knew that. And your shoes get so hot, you wish your tire keep on fire. My mom, I don't really remember my mom listening to any music. Isn't that like 4 kids? She probably didn't have any time. Poor thing. I remember talk radio, but not a lot of music. And come back to center. Now, once you come back to center, Yes. Do you know this one from Beaches as well? Maybe I only know these from movies. Now that left foot tucks in, twist. So now we came from lateral flexion. Now we come into spinal rotation. You twist towards your right foot and then lean in. Now, since you have that apparatus for your back stretch, you could use it as a little prop. So you could put it, if that's hedgy, it works too. And then you're coming over here. Yeah. Seasoned. Should we say it's a seasoned playlist? I don't mind. I mean, I know I'm getting older. Like, I don't mind. I don't like some of the things that happen, but I love other things that happen, so that's good. Notice that the things we don't love are all physical, and the things we do love are not physical. So I think getting older is a win. And then come up nice and tall, and then bring, if it's the reverse, we're probably in trouble, right? Bring that right foot in, left leg is out, lift your body nice and tall, twist, and lean in. You know, I was trying to think of, I think movies, I learned most of my music on movies, but I had a neighbor that had 45s, her mom had 45s. And we would go through the 45s and play those all the time, but they were she had them in a bottom drawer, like all just stacked and laying, not in covers, just like the records. And so some of them we had to dig through and find ones that weren't ruined, weren't scratched. And so then we had our favorites that we all kind of reorganized and took care of and played over and over. And come up nice and tall. I know this one, foot to foot. Now with your feet connected, again, that might mean you could come farther out, you could tuck them closer in, and then lean in. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Nice, big deep breath in. Now as you exhale, straighten your right leg. Take your left foot over, and then once the left foot comes over, take your right arm, pull away from the left or the right side towards the left, using retention of this right arm. Then your left hand presses into the floor as you twist. Play around with your weight. So if you press into your left glute, can you get a little bit deeper stretch? I can't believe Fire Sauce isn't back. Makes me nervous for the birds. Big breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and switch. So now you lengthen that left leg, right foot comes across. Once you have that positioning, take your left arm across, press your right hand into the floor and twist. The taller you can get your spine, the deeper the stretch into that glute. Play around with your weight. So when you press into your right hip, press into that, can you get a little bit deeper stretch? Yes. Although I feel like I was born 80, so I don't know what that means. But I think I was already born past all this music, age-wise. Big breath in. As you exhale, go ahead and twist so that you can lay flat on your back. Now, once you lay flat on your back, you're going to lengthen out your legs. Time to evaluate your back gap. So you reach behind and feel the distance from your tailbone to the next point of contact. So you're assessing the length and the height. And then from there, bend the knees, lift your bottom, Place your apparatus underneath your tailbone and then lay flat, lengthen the legs, and you can get those hip flexors to lengthen just a little bit deeper with that lift, that elevation. You're going to have to mentally let go of the weight of the legs. Your quads are going to want to grip. I want you to let go of the weight of the legs so these can pull a little bit longer. Well, you know me well enough to know it's true, Lise. You'll also notice with oldies, maybe this is why I like them, with my attention span. Do you remember they used to be so short? I'm sure there's a whole history to that. But they used to be so short, so we'll probably get through like 40 songs. Just kidding, in our time together. Let's see, we'll probably get 10 though. Probably get about 10 songs. One more big breath in. That's almost 30. As you exhale, pull your feet in, let the knees come in, and then we're going to come into those leg circles. So even though it's definitely more of an effort, a Pilates movement, we're going to use it to deepen our stretch. So keep your circles small, and you're taking the feet and bringing them over towards your forehead. So you want to aim the toes back behind you if you can. Loosen up those hamstrings a little bit. Reverse. I should face you so you can see my little hurt socks. My feet were so cold, and I went to put on just my normal black socks that I live in, and then I thought, aw, love day, I'll wear my love socks. But then facing you, you can't see the hurts. Last two. And hold. Now kick so that you're kicking your feet overhead. Pay attention to the bend in your knees. So some of you, your knees are going to be really hard to lengthen out. So try to use the strength in your quadriceps to lengthen, but that's going to be a journey. They won't automatically, if your hamstrings are super tight, they won't automatically go into that straight position, but that's definitely the goal. Flex your feet. Yes, I agree, Chelsea. I was trying to think what to blame that on. Like, too many things. So many things it could be, but it was a great week for sure. Hold the flex, open the legs, rotate the ankle. Pop, pop, pop. And reverse. Oh man. Time is going so fast today. And then point and flex. Hold the feet flex, take your hands, press out. Remember, you could do one leg at a time, soften one knee and press and reverse, or both. Inhale. As you exhale, come around the back side and pull. Oh, good one. Big breath in. As you exhale, close the legs, soften the knees, set one foot down at a time, lift your hips, move the ball, roll your back down, pull the knees back into your body, tuck a few times front to back, and then take the arms up to the ceiling, open up, and let the knees drop to the right, look over to the left. Inhale. Inhale. Exhale, try and let your body weight go, let it sink into the floor. One more big breath in. As you exhale, come over onto your right side. Now, in that, you have that 90 degrees at the hip, 90 degrees at the arm, then create that 90 degree at the elbow. Just one quick rotator cuff stretch. Press your wrist down towards the mat. So you're taking that left hand and pressing down. Oh, thanks, GA. They're for our Valentine's Day party. Big breath in. But we should have just played movie trivia with that. I feel like these have all been movie songs. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale. Now bring that hand back to neutral. Bring your arms back open. Let the knees come center, and then let the knees drop to the left. Look over that right shoulder. Now, as we come into that spinal rotation, we want to try and let go. Well, at least you didn't forget to celebrate with us, GA. You made it to the party. One more time, big breath in. As you exhale, come over onto your left side. You have that 90 degree at the arm, at the hip, and then create it with the elbow. Use your right hand to press that down. And breathe. Oh, good one. One more big breath in. As you exhale, bring the hand back to center. Open the arms back up. Bring the knees back to center. Tuck a few times and then roll yourselves all the way up. Rotate over onto your hands and knees. Scoop your belly button in. Let your head drop towards the mat. Big breath in. As you exhale, flatten the back. Dig your toes into the floor. Push back towards the heels. Float your right foot up towards the ceiling. Press back towards that left heel. Big breath in. As you exhale, pull that into pigeon. Here we go, Chels. So you can stay upright. You can drop all the way down into your mat. You bring such joy and happiness. Big breath in. You bring like a dream. As you exhale, let go of the stress, the tension in that right glute. IT band to the hip. Inhale. And exhale. Press back into your hands. Dig your left toes into the floor. Hover the left knee. Float your right leg back up. Now pull your right foot all the way through. Lay your left leg down. Flatten the left foot. Turn your right toes out to the side. Lengthening that hip flexor on the left side. So move around a little bit. You can stay upright. You can crawl down. You can use your props. So again, if you have a yoga block, you can use Heji. You can use a Pilates ball, yoga ball. Come down onto that if you want. Otherwise, you can come back and reach with that left hand to the left ankle. Big breath in.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my
As you exhale, try to lean a little bit further forward.
heavens touch. I wanna hold you so much.
That quadricep and hip flexor on the left side is not going to want to open up. Let go, release, and let gravity pull the body weight a little bit deeper towards the mat. Release your right foot or your left foot. Come onto the pinky rim of your right foot and then reach back behind you. Let this left hip drop. Oh, I love it. Did Hedgie start out as Harper's? Was the original Hedgie already Harper's and she just got a replacement? Or was Hedgie yours and now she has her own? Oh, yes. Me too, Chie. Me too. And then bring that right hand back to the floor. Straighten out your right foot. Dig your left toes into the floor. Hover the left knee. And then float the right leg one more time. Now pull your right foot all the way through. This time lift up. Turn your left toes out. Lunge forward. Arms in opposition. Bring your right hand down. Here we go, Lise. Left hand to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, straighten your right leg, tip those hips back. And then soften that right knee. Lift your body. Reach that right hand back. Left hand slides down the thigh. Inhale. Exhale, spiral down to the floor. Square up that left hip, step back, low hover. Press your chest through, lay your thighs, flatten your feet. Yes. I haven't seen that in a long time either. Oh, so it really was your hedgehog. Okay. Well, that's a fun fact. Dig the toes into the floor and lift the hips. I thought for sure that was one of the kids. Take that left foot up towards the ceiling. That's awesome. And then pull that left leg all the way through. Here I thought you had stolen one of the kids' stuffed animals, but it wasn't. It was your own all along. You can stay upright. You can come down. You pick that position.
There are places I remember all my life.
One of these is going to get this blocked, just so you know. So treasure this time we have together. This will probably be a one-hit wonder. Inhale. As you exhale, try and let go of the tension in that left hip. One more big breath in. As you exhale, push into your hands. Dig your right toes into the floor. Hover the right knee. And then lift that left leg back up. Lean into that right hip. So you're pressing back as much as you can towards that right heel. And then bring that left foot all the way through. Set your right knee down. Flatten that right foot. Left foot comes turned out. Lean in, move around, team. We're trying to create nice length through this quadricep into the hip flexor. You can stay upright. You could use Hedgie or your apparatus to come down, lean into that. Or you could reach around and grab your right foot. Try and let go of the quadricep. With each exhale, you want to try and think of releasing and letting go of the hip so that that can drop and deepen towards the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, release your right foot, and you're going to take your left foot so you're on the pinky rim and then reach behind. I love you more. Big breath in. Drop that right hip so you can get those hip flexors to lengthen on the right side. And then bring that left hand back to center. Press the right toes into the floor. Lift the right knee, step back. Inhale. Exhale, pull that left foot all the way through. Lift up, turn your right toes out so your feet are perpendicular. Lunge into this left knee. Bring the arms in opposition and then send that left hand down, right hand up. Big breath in. As you exhale, straighten that left leg. Big breath in. As you exhale, soften your left knee. Lift your body. Reach your right hand back down the right thigh. As you take that left arm up and over. Lunge into this left knee and reach back and away from that lunge. Inhale. Exhale, spiral down. Square up your right foot, your right hip. Step back, low hover. Press through, lay the thighs down, flatten the feet. And lay your body all the way down to the mat. Reach back, grab your right foot. You can do just one foot if you want, or reach back, grab the left. Inhale, come down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. As you exhale, come down, switch the leg. So if you're using your right leg, switch to the left. Big breath in. Exhale, lift up. Inhale. Exhale, come down, release your feet. Slide your hands back so that they're right under the shoulders. Lift up and back. Now with your hips on the mat, when you come into that position, I want you to think of that nice, strong extension of the spine. Look over your left shoulder. And switch. And then come center, look back. Come back down to your mat. Now this time dig the toes into the floor. Press into a high hover. Back into that inverted V. Walk your hands back. Dangle the arms. Now bend your left knee. Lift your right hand up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down. Bend your right knee. Left hand comes up. Inhale. Exhale, both hands come down, dangle. Bring your feet close together. Now you're going to take your hands and grab on one to the other. So one hand grabs onto the other and then pull up. Inhale. Exhale, dangle the arms. As you dangle the arms, relax the muscles in the head, neck, shoulders, muscles in the jaw. You want to try and let the weight of the head hang so that you can get that cervical spine to relax, let go, and lengthen. And now slowly roll up, squeeze your glutes, pull your belly button in, roll your shoulders back and down. Take that left foot over the right, so you're crossing your feet. Last stretch, team. Deep breath in, arms come up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and hinge. Scoop, hollow the abs, round your back. Remember, this is where we talked about if you have a stool, if you have a couch nearby, a coffee table, you can bring your body, lean into that, and see if you can get a little bit deeper stretch. You would take the tailbone and lift it towards the ceiling. So in that position, you can choose whether or not you come onto a piece of apparatus to deepen the stretch, or if coming down to the mat gives you a deeper stretch. Big breath in. Exhale, slowly roll up, uncross your feet and switch. So you'll take now that right foot in front, big breath in, arms up. Exhale and hinge. Round your back, draw the hands to the mat. Now you can use your apparatus once again. Lean into that. You just want to make sure you investigate where you get the deepest stretch. Inhale. Exhale, let go. One more big breath in. As you exhale, roll yourselves up. Uncross your legs. Now you're going to take that right foot onto the left knee. Now, if you need, again, an obstacle to give you a little bit deeper balance stretch, then go for it. Your goal is not to work on the balance so much here. It's to get into a deeper stretch. So as you come into that, if you could get deeper into that leaning on something, do that instead so that you can let go and not teeter and worry about the balance issue. You want to think about in that you're dropping that left hip. So the left hip goes back, then the right knee goes down. Flex the foot so that right foot is flexed. And then the more you can push the hip back, the deeper the stretch. Inhale. Exhale, stand tall and switch. Now take your left foot, bring it onto the right. Find, again, that position that makes sense for you. Drop that right hip back and down. Press the left knee down. Flex the left foot. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Set both feet down. Deep breath in. Exhale and hinge. Scoop your belly in. Round your back. As you're in that dangle. Oh my goodness, how long have you been here, buddy? As you dangle, whatever stress you need to let go of, whether that's physical, mental, emotional, release what you don't need. And then slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Squeeze your glutes. Pull your belly button in. Roll the shoulders back and down. Nice big deep breath in. Arms come up. And exhale one more time. Big breath in. Deep breath. Arms up. And exhale. Give yourselves a big hand. Good work today, you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. I appreciate you being here. I hope you feel loved. I hope you feel supported. Again, I know that this day can represent so many. I think maybe he was hiding. We were just really focused on our stretching. He's like, it's okay, guys. It's all right. But as we go into the rest of the day, again, I feel like Valentine's Day is every day, as you know, with all of my loving love. But I hope that on this day especially, you can feel extra loved. I hope that stretch, and again, what a great day for us to have our stretching opportunity to be able to celebrate Valentine's Day together, stretching and doing something so good for our body. So I hope that you can kind of ride that peacefulness for the rest of the day, or at least a little portion. I know. Why don't you come on? This one needs some attention. This one, he's like, it's Valentine's Day. You know what that means? Little extra goat's milk. I know. If you want to play this throughout your day so that you get to continue to ride the love train, I put in mellow love songs and it came up. I don't usually this one, oldies love songs. I don't think I've ever searched for love songs. I love, but I don't necessarily love like gushy love stuff. How's that for? I don't know. How's that? It was very nostalgic. I love that. And hopefully, so I'll be better next week with being back on track with our timing. But when we come to, this is the best one to end on. Good thing I was so chatty. We get to end on a friend love song. I think that's so good. But I do already have claws. He doesn't want to be held. Okay, Lisa, I will. But I do have the schedule already set. So the schedule is set and ready, and then I'll work on getting that out to you in email form today. So if you, for this week, we're going to focus on some core. We have some different fun things we're going to do, but there's a day that it has a ball set. I think it says cardio fitness ball is what I titled it. But just know anytime there's equipment needed, if you don't have it, no big deal. And also you could use on the ball day, you could use a BOSU for part of it. That's so amazing that you do that. Firesauce does like grind down his own nails on the deck. It's amazing. And trees and on the fence. But thank you, Chie. I appreciate that because I don't take them lightly, but Firesauce is so unpredictable. I know. I don't trim his nails, but I feel like what he does to trim his nails is like sharpening them. But it is, why don't you come up here? There's a table. So this is let's see if I have my D&D notebook. I don't. This is Ben's. I wish that's a whole nother story. But this is how complicated making, oh my gosh, I'm getting clawed. This is how complicated making a D&D character is. And then I had to read this book. So remember how I was asking for some help? I had to turn to this. Oh, that's funny. That's so impressive, Lisa. I'm so impressed by you. I feel like I'm at a news reporter's desk right now, but it was pretty awesome because I had been, okay, I get it. You know what he wants is he wants me to sit and let him be on my lap like a cat lady, but I don't have enough layers on. Do you want up here? I know. And then so we did a Google Meet with Ben's friends. And so I had him in here so that he could have the big screen. And then I was like, I kept trying to not interject, but look, I have like my clipboard ready to go. And anyway, this is the campaign. It's a big deal. So this is the campaign. I wish you could see, look at my note. Choose alignment. These are all the different combinations because they could be neutral good. What was the L for? I can't remember. Oh, lawful, neutral, good, chaotic, and evil. Fun can be organized too. But I don't think it was, anyway, I let them just figure it out. But these are like in true Ben form, he was like, I'll make my own. I don't need a template. I'll design my own sheet. So I love that kid. That's so Ben. So look, he like literally hand wrote all of his own characters because he didn't want to use this template. So I love that kid, but it's making more work for himself, but it's awesome. Remember when he used to make all his own? So anyway, what you can't see, sorry, fire sauce. What you can't see is I can't get very close to the, usually I sit on something soft so my knees aren't killing me, but instead I have this desk that Ben was sitting at to do, and I had like snacks, like it was a real D&D party. I know the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What you can't see, look, Lise. Remember, I am such a sucker for office supplies. I could spend forever in Office Depot, and I don't even have an office. Oh, buddy, come here, honey. Come here. What do you need? I know, you didn't need to. He's like, I didn't mean to hurt you, but what I want is some goat's milk. Oh, I love that, Lisa. I love that. Fire sauce, it's funny because he doesn't ever mean, they are, and like binder clips. I have tons of binder clips. And I wish you would just let me love you. Why do you have to make it so hard? Why do you have to make it so hard? See, guys, we could learn a lot from this. What's funny is I had a scrape on my left hand yesterday from my snack table. I was trying to get, what are they called? Jolly Ranchers. I had a tin of Jolly Ranchers and it had a sharp edge in it. So I had a scrape on this hand, and then now I'm going to have a fire sauce scrape on this hand. It's going to be a mess. But anyway, that's because he's trying to prove that he needs some love. It's like, you keep talking about all this love. Where's mine? Yeah, he's been served all the things, but sometimes we just need a second helping. I get that. I wish you could see what he's doing. I mean, you've seen it before. Hang on, I gotta get a tissue. You've seen it before, but it's where he's like in that mode where he needs to be pet, but the things he's doing to get the pets make it hard to love him. But let's take that as a life lesson. So sometimes those who need love the most and aren't showing their need in a way that's really easy to love need it the most. So I'm going to go act on that. And then I'm going to remind myself of that, because with humans, that's also really hard. You guys are so easy to love. And then there's people out there that aren't as easy to love, but they need it a lot. So just like this sweet, sweet cat that communicates in a different love language than me, but he is, in truth, he is the one that is the most loyal. Like, he does not leave Ben's side. Like, he lays with Ben. He is so funny because Ben wanted a dog so that he would have like a dog by his side all the time. But the cat always slept with him. But he's like, it is not as fun to sleep with a cat as it is to sleep with a dog. So then we got Gracie, and Gracie wouldn't sleep with him. And so we were like, isn't this ironic that the cat still will sleep with you? But that's not, like, you wanted the dog to be like a boy and his dog. And then still, without fail, if Ben's like on the couch or wherever Ben goes, the cat wants to be right there with him. So he is sweet. He didn't show it today. He didn't show you that side, but you guys know he is at times. But I love you guys. Have a great rest of this Valentine's Day. Again, this is my love language and my Valentine to you in this way, Tabatas and stretching. So I feel like that's a pretty awesome way to come together and celebrate birthdays and holidays. So thanks for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.